Hello friend, this is Ryan Hicks of TalkToProfit.com, and for this Reseller Friday I want to talk to you about why you need to stop fretting over trivial things in your reselling business and get back to the business of your business. That stuff that actually brings in more money. There's a recent thing where eBay is changing calculated shipping and they're giving the buyer a lower cost. And so some sellers were counting on the calculated shipping to have a little bit of profit in it. That's how they made some of their profit. And people are all over the place arguing and whining about it. And of course, you can opt out of it. But they're putting all this effort and energy into complaining and whining about this thing, which you have to look at it from eBay's perspective and your own perspective as a business owner, that what they're trying to do is what's best for the customer. The customer getting a better deal, paying less for shipping, is going to mean more sales, because the customer wants to pay the least amount. Yes, if you are trying to make extra profit off the shipping, which is nothing wrong with that. It's just part of the business. There's some padding sometimes there on the shipping, and sometimes there's not. But here's the thing. Many people are fretting over this. They're talking about it. They're on forums. They're posting on social media. And why? If what eBay's doing is not going to make you the amount of money you need to make on that item being sold, then opt out of it. They give you the option. No big deal. Another solution is to go with flat rate shipping. So you just lay a flat price, and you have to know your business well enough to know how many orders are going to this part of the country, which is very expensive, or to Alaska or Hawaii, which is obviously very expensive, and determine what is a middle ground where on some items, like if you're shipping to somebody in your same state, it's going to be way cheaper and you'll make some profit off of that fixed rate shipping. And other places, you might pay a little bit more and actually lose some money. But overall, it evens out and you actually wind up being ahead. This should not be anybody's time being wasted. There are literally videos on social media of people talking for 20, 30 minutes, an hour, going back and forth. Why? Think of how many items you could have listed during that time that you've been wasting babbling about this. But this is a problem that many people get into in their businesses. This doesn't just apply to reselling, it applies to every business. They get bogged down with the trivial matters of the business, things that don't matter as much as the more important matters, which is, for reselling, of course, sourcing the highest quality item that has a fast sell-through rate. So you're not just buying a bunch of stuff and either not listing it or listing it and just sitting around in storage for years, never being sold. Getting those items listed is your most important thing outside of actually sourcing the items in the first place. All the rest of the stuff doesn't matter, because it doesn't matter what your shipping price is if you never get any sales, because you're not listing anything. And the amount of time people are wasting on little trivial things that really don't matter all that much. Because what? Oh, you make $1 or $2 less per item because the shipping's lower to some of your customers. And like I said, you can opt out of it, so it doesn't even have to apply to you at all. You can spend the 1 minute, opt out of it, and be done. But if you let little things like this come up, and instead of resolving it immediately, the option in this case, if you don't like that option, you opt out of it, you're done. It's resolved. Nothing to talk about. Done. But when any little trivial matter like this comes up, solve it immediately. Find the solution, take the solution, and move on into more profitable endeavors in your business. You're not getting paid to go on social media and whine about a policy change on eBay. You're not getting paid to whine about how you're not going to make any money off your shipping anymore and it's going to break you. If you can't make profit because the shipping's a little bit less, you're getting a little bit less money on the shipping, you have a product that shouldn't be sold in the first place. That is a problem product that doesn't have enough cushion in there for you to make any money. You can't send offers out if you're only making profit off the shipping and that's it. You shouldn't be wasting your time with that product in the first place. You have to become more resilient in your business. If you're going to become a great success, you can't be one of these people that's like everybody else. Look what the average reseller is doing. Look at the time they are wasting complaining about trivial matters. And I'm going to leave that noise in because that was a sale and I get them all throughout while I'm making these videos. I'm going to leave that sound in for this video. It's a good sound to hear. You need to hear that. Reaffirm in yourself that you're getting more and more sales each and every day. But look at what average people are doing, average resellers are doing. And I'm not telling you to go look and criticize them, start pointing out their flaws or anything like that. Nothing like that. But look at it, observe it. Be a wise person who sees the error these people are making and does something different. Now, obviously, in this particular case, the solution takes under a minute. And there's no reason to go around talking about it to anyone except maybe somebody doesn't know for whatever reason they can't read the email. You tell them what to do. They got it solved. If they don't want to be part of that particular change on eBay, then they're done. But you get back to your business. You get focused on things that bring you in more money. Go source some more items instead of babbling about whatever trivial thing comes up next. List more items, which is very important and is one of the biggest bottlenecks in most people's reselling business because they're busy talking about reselling, watching videos about reselling, babbling about reselling to anybody who will listen, instead of doing the things that actually matter in the reselling business. Of utmost importance is the listing, because it doesn't matter if you have the best products in the world. If they're not listed, you're as good as having no products. Matter of fact, you're worse positioned than somebody who has no products at all to list, because you have money tied up in all this inventory that's just sitting there not even being listed. So my friend, I want to encourage you. In any business, but especially reselling, you need to really narrow down what is the most important thing I could be doing in my business right now that would make the most money. And for reselling, outside of the sourcing, it is listing. You need to be listing more. If you have some little issue come up and the reseller community is all babbling about it, take note of it and move on. What is the solution? Find the solution, take action on it, and get back to the business of listing more high quality items that will get you more sales, that will bring you in more profit, so you can go buy more high quality items that you can list promptly. I have a rule in my business. I list everything within 24 hours unless it's some big bulk purchase or some big huge lot that I can't list in 24 hours. And that's all right. But otherwise, those all get listed within 24 hours. The only other exception for that would be is if it's some sort of electronic item and I need to have a cord purchased, or there's some little part I need for it, or it's a set and I'm missing one of the items of the set, whatever. But otherwise, the rule is to get everything listed within 24 hours. Maybe you could take up that rule yourself. If I purchase stuff, I'm going to list it within 24 hours. And you can tell yourself, you know what? I know if I buy all this stuff today, I'm not going to get it listed in 24 hours, so I'm not going to buy it. There's plenty of inventory. You don't need to buy everything you see. And if you know you're getting in a habit of buying stuff, you list a few little items here and there, and you keep having a pile of stuff that's not listed get bigger and bigger and bigger, you need to focus on getting that pile listed and stop adding to it, buying more and more stuff that you're not going to list. So my friend, I encourage you today, get rid of all the temporal little trivial things that people talk about, that they're whining about, whatever the new thing, something new will come up, people will be complaining about it. Move on to the things that are more important in your business and watch as you grow and become a greater success while everybody else is floundering around, talking about the newest thing that they want to complain about. You will be just talking about your sales, the increase, and the profit that you're making because you're greatly blessed and highly favored of the Lord. My friend, I pray this is a blessing for you. May God bless you richly.